If they aren't going to make these horror movies about AI any good, then they just need to stop making them. Like, if the AI isn't going to completely obliterate the planet, we really don't need it. Let's get into it. So I just came from seeing Afraid, which was produced by Blumhouse, written by Chris Weiss, starring John Cho. Now, this movie had a lot of promise to it. And it really started off, I'm not gonna lie, this movie started off pretty good. All right, they gave us this arbitrary family, kind of showed you what looked like basic Alexa, the things that could happen. They gave a few horror sequences in there. And I actually got pulled into what I thought was gonna be an interesting story. And then we got a movie, an hour and 25-minute movie that we wasted basically 45 minutes of. It's almost like they were afraid to finish the movie. But let me read you the synopsis of the film, okay? Curtis and his family are selected to test a revolutionary new device, a digital assistant called Aya, that takes smart homes to the next level. As Aya begins to learn everyone's behavior and anticipate their needs, it soon makes sure nothing and no one gets in its way. Now, with that kind of synopsis, and that's probably how it was pitched, you would think, man, this is going to be an exciting film about AI and how it can really destroy your life. But that's not what happened. We got a science fiction movie that kind of introduced everybody to AI and what it can do. But the thing is, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 10, 15 years, you know about AI, you know what it can do. And I think this movie almost kind of insulted the audience a little bit, because the way they came out with the AI, it almost felt like this computer, while it was fast, it was doing basic mundane things that we've seen AI that your phone could probably do.
You think you could read to count?
Of course. I could also handle the bills for you. And I ordered an organic meal plan for the kids.
So we're getting into the horror aspect of it. Now, while they did sprinkle in an element of horror here or there, which actually I thought was done pretty good, especially for a PG-13 movie, I thought that the jump scares that they did include actually worked, because the story was set up so slow that, you know, you got kind of thrown off guard when they did put something in there. It was almost like it wasn't even meant to be in there. It was almost like this movie wasn't even meant to be a horror movie. Like, it was written to be just a science fiction drama. And then they said, well, let's just change this to a horror movie and then shorten it and then not finish it and leave people on edge. Now, with that said, I did enjoy the ending of the movie. The last 5 minutes, and I mean the last 5 minutes, gave me a twist that I did not see coming. And I really felt kind of disturbed from it. And also I felt like at least it wasn't the typical ending of these type of movies, you know, like an iRobot or a Minority Report or something like that. So on that, I definitely tip my hat, because I like that ending. But the whole part in the middle, I don't understand what they were trying to get across or who this movie was supposed to be directed towards, because it wasn't really a horror. It wasn't really a sci-fi. If you got Alexa, you've seen Aya before. So I don't know. Now, they did come across with some conspiracy stuff that was layered in, as far as supercomputers and things like that. And, you know, cameras being installed in your home. They did touch on the subject of deep fakes. But we didn't need this movie to tell us that. I just came from seeing a movie in Tribeca earlier called How I Faked AI. And that movie that movie was more intense than this one. And that was just a documentary on real life stuff. I don't understand why they tried to overhype this movie. And it sucks, because I really enjoyed the acting and what the actors brought to the material that they were given. But I just did not connect with what was the imperative problem that was going on with the AI. They never really got into it. It was more like this feeling where the main character just kind of freaked out because he was like, something ain't right. Yeah, something wasn't right. But what was it? I think we've advanced to the point now where if they're going to do a film about AI, even because Megan had the robot and, you know, that was kind of believable. This was just a computer system going crazy. And also, for the people who think that this is Megan 2, this is not Megan 2. Because this is way worse than Megan. Because at least Megan seemed believable in a sense to where there was a doll that, you know, was pretty much synthetic, almost like a human that went crazy. This was just something in a computer screen controlling people and taking over your mind. While yes, mind control is very scary, but I feel like they only graze the surface, you're doing a disservice to the audience presenting it in this way and then not even giving a full complete story. But I would love to know other people's thoughts. How do you feel about these horror movies based around AI? How do you feel about Afraid? Are you going to see it? Is it on your list? Do you think that this could be possibly a win? Or what do you want to see from a horror sci-fi movie based around AI? I want to know. So I appreciate you stopping by. I got more reactions, more reviews, more news on the way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It definitely helps me out and you'll be able to keep up with all my content. All right. So until next time, everybody, please be safe and remember, always speak your truth. All right. I'm out.